Very good afternoon to you and welcome to the midday news on OGTV. Idowu Fabajo is my name. June 17, 2017 is the day fixed by the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) as deadline for all television broadcast stations to switch over to digital broadcasting in Nigeria. Although the country has not fully migrated to digital broadcasting, efforts are in top gear to cover the entire nation by the federal government under the coordination of NBC. The shift towards digital broadcasting means that consumers can enjoy a wider variety of shows on multiple channels with a better quality of video and audio signals. In Africa, Nigeria is one of the countries playing the leading role to ensure that its citizens enjoy the dividends of digital migration.
Channels made up of national, local and regional stations. There is also the opportunity for interaction between government and the people.
Currently, the Federal Capital Territory and Jos is in Plateau State are fully migrated with about 30 channels already transmitting.
Different states in Nigeria, one from each geopolitical zone of the country. So in Kaduna for the northwest, Gombe in the northeast, Kwara in the north central, Osun in the southwest, Delta in the south-south, and Enugu State in the southeast.
It's not a problem to assist NBC in the DSO problem if we are so chosen. Ours is just to provide a backhaul service which you use bandwidth to do, and the bandwidth is available on Nightcoms at 1 hour.
Research shows that the Nigerian television industry is capable of generating $1 billion annually when it fully migrates into the digital broadcast platform. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has officially flagged off the reconstruction project of a Papa Wharf Road in Lagos State contractor. That was the official signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the federal government and organized private sector, expected to ease the untold hardship that characterized the movement of passengers, haulage and heavy-duty equipment on a Papa Wharf.
We are going to use cement, concrete, so we are going to have a concrete pavement road, not a bituminous tar road.
Minister of Power, Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola assured stakeholders in the maritime and transport sector that the project will address the continuous degradation of the road and drainage system on the axis. He, however, solicited their cooperation in various areas, including provision of holding way for trucks to park and diversion of routes to access the ports complex.
We will hand over today will take 1 year. We will try to see how best we can work to reduce the construction time and gain more time.
The reconstruction project of the port access road is being bankrolled by the Nigerian Ports Authority and some industries in the tune of 4.3 billion naira.
We are partnering with them to fund this project as part of our CSR.
There was an interactive session with the stakeholders on workable synergy to support the contractors on site so that the reconstruction project can be delivered before the expected duration of 12 months. Ogun State Government will on Thursday, 22nd of June 2017, present 1,000 certificate of occupancy and other title documents to another batch of beneficiaries under the Homeowners Chartered Program conceived by Governor Ibikunle Amosun's administration. The certificate of occupancy and other title documents will be presented by the State Head of Service, Mr. Abayomi Chobande, at Arcade Grant, Okemoson, Abeokuta. All contacted beneficiaries are to come with valid means of identification and photocopies of their house documents. Ogun State Government through High-Tech Construction Company will start the second asphalt laying of the Mortuary Junction, Olorun-Sogo, Okelantoro Junction Road on Monday 19th to Friday 23rd of June 2017. Time of the road construction work is between 7:30 in the morning and 6 in the evening. Motorists are therefore advised to take alternative route, which is Okelanturu, Isaleake, Adaton, Junction or Bantoko. Driving against traffic will not be condoned, hence motorists are warned to desist from this act. And on the foreign scene, at least 200 million girls and women alive today have undergone a form of female genital mutilation or the other. The practice is rooted in gender inequality and attempt to control women's sexuality and ideas about purity, modesty, and beauty. It reflects deep-rooted inequality between the sexes and constitutes an extreme form of discrimination against women. Bimbo Lawal's special report on this social surge is presented from our studios.
Mutilation, also known as female circumcision, is the procedure involved in partial or total removal of the female external genitals. It is conducted from days after birth and is usually initiated and carried out by women who see it as a source of honor and who fear that failing to have their daughters and granddaughters caught will expose the girls to social exclusion.
I know female genital mutilation is when they try to circumcise the female child. Female circumcision is a traditional way of trying to remove part of the clitoris of a female child in order to prevent a child from being promiscuous.
Medical practitioners comment on the health effects of female circumcision.
A child can get infected because all these instruments they use are on sterile instruments, and the child can also bleed. And when this starts, these traditional birth attendants that do these things don't take the child to the hospital, but they leave the child trying to do some rituals to prevent the bleeding, but at the end of the day, the child might bleed to death.
Many societies have also frowned at the practice, describing it as ultimate violation of right and physical integrity.
Because it's not medically proven that it is right, so it is against women's rights.
Female genital mutilation has been advocated all over the time. It's not good. It carries a lot of risk for the woman, both now and when they become adults. So it is a practice to be discouraged.
Female genital mutilation is usually performed without the victim's permission and often against their will, thereby making it one of the most vicious practices in some societies of the world. And despite stiff opposition against it in some other societies, the practice has refused to go away, making women face humiliation and debasement of their body and dignity.
Traditional hairdo has returned to the vogue as women now wear the local styles with pride and happiness, as it gives them sense of identity in the society. Our reporter Kehinde Temitayo takes a look at the return of traditional hairdo to the vogue in Abeokuta metropolis. Our report is presented from our studio.
In Nigeria, hair on the woman's head is a sort of pride and dignity. In the past, if not to the present, Nigerian women show great concern in styling to enhance their beauty. Many Nigerian women still wear the local patterns with pride, as it gives them a sense of identity and is less expensive compared to contemporary fringe, braid and ponytail.
Natural hairdo is okay. As in, some people like doing natural hair. As for me, I love natural hair because it makes my beauty to come out. It's very good than applying those weave-on attachments on our hair. Is okay. For those who know about it, I would love people to continue making their natural hair.
Hairstylists speak on the beauty, convenience and other advantages of the traditional hairdo.
Traditional hairdo is very, very good for us to do, but nowadays we don't like it. But it's what we need to do because it's our tradition. It's what we need to do. So traditional hairdo, I love it. please, ladies, try and do our traditional hairstyle. Because you just try it. People don't like it though, but just try it. It makes your hair grow.
It elevates and revives culture in Nigeria.
Àǹfààní tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ pọ̀ nítorí pé tá bá di dídì ó máa yẹ kí a ní ojú wa máa jáde yàtọ̀ sí ohun tá fi irun kún. Ó dẹ̀ máa jẹ́ kí ẹwà wa jáde dáadáa. Ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó ọkùnrin mi like. Ìgbà míì a lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ mi yàtọ̀ sí dídì yẹn nìkan. Ìgbà míì a dẹ̀ lè ṣe dídì yẹn kó jẹ́ bóyá ẹ̀ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan.
With traditional hairdo, the beauty is just there.
A man has died and 10 people have been injured after a man drove a van into worshippers near a North London mosque. 8 people were taken to hospital after the terrorist attack near Finsbury Park Mosque. A 48-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. Police said all the victims of the attack, which took place outside Muslim Welfare House, were Muslim. Metropolitan Police's Deputy Assistant Commissioner Neil Basso said the terrorist attack began when the van was driven into a man who was already being given first aid by the public on the pavement.
Sadly, Londoners are waking up to the news of another dreadful incident in the capital that has left a number of people seriously injured. The attack unfolded whilst a man was already receiving first aid from public at the scene, and sadly that man has died. Any causative link between his death and the attack will form part of our investigation. It is too early to state if his death was as a result of this attack.
Several of those in hospital are seriously injured and there are currently no other suspects. Extra police are being deployed to reassure communities, especially those observing Ramadan. And just before we go on the news, immortality is to live your life doing good things and leaving your mark behind. Many thanks to you for watching Midday News. I am Idowu Fabajo. Good afternoon.